Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl 𝐷𝐸, and today, honey, we are going to talk about how you can build your self-confidence. Let's talk about it. So before we get into it, we're going to take care of the housekeeping. Listen here. Before you leave this video, you need to like it, you need to comment, and you need to make sure that you subscribe. That is how I build my channel. Don't y'all want me to be great? Don't y'all want your girl to be great, child? Okay, I appreciate the text messages, but look, I build the channel by the comments. So let me know. Don't be shy. Even if you don't agree with anything I say, comment that too. I'm a big girl. I can take it, and I'm willing to learn a different perspective. All right, so moving right along. Self-confidence. I'm so excited to give you guys my 5 tips on how you can build self-confidence, because who doesn't want to be confident and happy and light on their feet and, you know, feel like they can take on the world? And it's so important for me to talk about it because I battled with low confidence for such a long time. I mean, such a long time, like, child, that's a whole nother story for a different day. But I battled with it so long that I wish I had somebody to, you know, kind of help me through it. But because I wasn't very openly vocal about where I was with my confidence, it's a lot of things I had to figure out on my own. So the reason why, you know, I want to do this video is because I would like to be that person for you. I want to help you, you know, in a way that you don't have to take years like I did to build your confidence. You don't have to wait so long and be depressed so long. So for me, I suffered with low confidence so bad to the point where I would literally get on social media, and if somebody looked like they was too confident, I will unfollow. Yes, that's exactly what I said. That's how low my confidence was. I can boldly say that now because I've overcome so much. But when you know that you have issues so bad to the point that you are projecting it on other people, then you know for a fact that you have an issue that needs to be addressed. And you want to address those issues, because let's just use myself for example. Had I not begin to address having low confidence, what I was doing in private could have affected my relationships in public. And who wants to be that negative Nancy type of chick? You know what I'm saying? We all know that girl or that guy that really have so many issues going on internally that they just have a stinkish attitude. You get what I'm saying? And they hurt people and they project negative energy on people because they're battling with something very serious. So if that's you, please make sure you watch this video in its entirety, okay? Or share it with somebody who you know is battling with self-confidence that may be too afraid to say that that's their issue. Just give them a little share and say, hey, check this girl out. They ain't gonna know why you sending it to them. Let's get right into it. Y'all know I don't like to waste too much time. However, this subject is like very important to me and very dear to my heart. If you see me looking down, it's because I took notes to make sure that I provide the highest quality, child, you know what I'm saying, of tips for you guys. I want to make sure it's organized. I want to be clear because like this is somebody's life. Like low confidence can lead to so much. It could be like very serious. I don't even have to go into details. Y'all know what very serious is. So, you know, I want to like really make sure that I give as much information as I can. The first step you want to take to gaining more confidence is to define the area in your life that you are most insecure about. That is the first step. Or you want to identify that traumatic situation that you went through that led to you having low confidence. Now, I love to use myself as an example. I do not like to pretend like I'm perfect, Patty. And I want you to know that I feel you. I've been there, but I got through it, and you can too. Now, for me, the area in my life that I was most insecure about was my weight. As y'all know, I was over 200 pounds. Now you're dealing with somebody who was, you know, I was a cheerleader for many years when, you know, when I was much younger, always was popular, had a nice body. So to go from like being known for being so nice looking and stuff like that to being over 200 pounds and not even able to recognize myself physically, that took a toll on me. It was very, very, very hard for me. I started looking at myself as a grown woman and judging myself based on how I was as a child. And if weight loss is your issue, if you just so happen to be watching this and know this video is not about weight loss, but if weight loss is an area in your life that that you're insecure about, I think many women or men, sometimes we look at how we were as children and we judge ourselves off of how we were as children, and you're an adult. And so it took me some time to focus on being healthy and better for who I was as an adult, and not criticizing myself because I didn't look like how I did when I was a 15-year-old child. You get what I'm saying? And then the traumatic situation that happened to me that led to me having low confidence is that I flunked out of college. Whenever I got pregnant with my son, my grades started suffering. It got really bad. I flunked out. Every time I would be around somebody who had a degree, I would be reminded in the back of my head that I didn't finish. But what I appreciated is once I acknowledged and once I identified what was leading to me having low confidence, I now have a blueprint. I now know what issues I need to solve. I now know what issues that need to be addressed. And let's just say school is your issue, right? Let's say your life is too busy and you like, Bree, I don't have the time to go back to school. We are living in a world where we now see that you don't even have to go back to school to be successful. You don't even have to go back to school to be, to gain your money goals or to be of service to people. Then you find that skill that is going to take that problem and make it this small instead of this big, and you're going to gain your confidence back. Moving on to step 2. Step 2 is consistency. Now, before we get into consistency, let me say this. Once you identify an issue, you are now accountable for solving that issue, right? You cannot be held accountable for the information that you did not have access to. However, now that you have the information and you know what's holding you back, you got to hold yourself accountable. And the way to hold yourself accountable is by staying consistent. And the way to stay consistent is to remind yourself of how it felt and how it looked when you were at your lowest. And you got to see that and be like, I am not stopping. Because it felt horrible when I was obese. It felt horrible when I was insecure. It felt horrible when I lacked confidence. It felt horrible pushing my insecurities on other people. So you got to be so consistent that you refuse to let anything or anyone get in the way. Which leads me to step number 3. You have to start getting rid of people who cause you to have low confidence. People or situations, right? You can't be around negative energy. You can't be around negative Nancy's. You can't be around people who verbally abuse you, who physically abuse you, right? You can't be gossiping about other people in their situations while you're trying to build yourself up because you too are not perfect. And one thing I always like to say, when you are gossiping about other people's situations, don't be surprised when it becomes your situations, okay? And now you got 2 issues. You have low confidence, and now you got a situation that was not yours to begin with. Because this is the thing. Self-confidence is not just about what you got going on internally. It has everything to do with those actions externally as well. So please be mindful of the energy that you keep around that could be draining you and holding you back and leading to you having low confidence, my friend. All right, now let's move on to step 4. You have to learn how to talk better to yourself, okay? If you want to be confident, you have to talk to yourself with confidence. You can't be calling yourself ugly. You can't be calling yourself fat. If you want to be confident, you got to talk confident, right? I am beautiful. I am strong. I am sexy. People love me. People like to be around me. You speak life into yourself. That is how you gain confidence. And even if you don't feel that way, you speak to yourself that way until it changes. And one exercise that I want to leave you guys with, on one sheet of paper, on that left side, I want you to write all the things that you think is so horrible about yourself. And then on the right side, I want you to write the opposite of what you wrote on the left side. Then I want you to tear that paper in half, throw that left side in the trash. We don't need that. That's not where we at. And I want you to repeat that right side every single morning you wake up and you look yourself in the mirror. And it needs to speak life to, how you want to feel about yourself. And I'm telling you, you do that every single day. Watch how confident you get. You're going to reprogram your mind to it. You ain't going to be able to go back. You ain't going to deal with nobody that's going to make you feel any less than what you're speaking to yourself and what you giving to yourself every day. You are going to gain so much confidence, my friend. Thank me later. Moving on to step 5. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of how much money is in your bank account, my friend, you have got to make sure that you look presentable. Explain to me how you expect to feel confident if you're not taking time on yourself, if your hair is all looking a mess and your clothes all wrinkled. It doesn't matter if you're not going nowhere. It doesn't matter if you ain't got nobody to impress on your job. Make yourself look good to feel good. Why would you feel bad and then now you gotta look at yourself in the mirror looking bad? That would make me feel worse. You get what I'm saying? Don't add to the poison. Don't add to the problem, right? You already trying to work yourself, trying to get yourself out of this slump. Don't walk around looking like one. And to me, when you look good, it just make the load lighter. You could just look at yourself in the mirror and be like, girl, look, it ain't all bad. You look good today. You know what I'm saying? So just to recap, y'all, number 1, we are going to acknowledge where that problem came from. Once we acknowledge where that problem came from, we are going to get consistent with making sure that we solve that problem or we find a better solution to help gain more confidence. Then we're going to detach from all the situations and the people that cause us to have low confidence. You get what I'm saying? We ain't going to be gossiping, right? If we trying to have confidence, we're not going to speak about the people who don't have confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't perfect, right? We're going to talk better to ourselves, speak life into ourselves, say our affirmations every single day. And then lastly, we're going to make sure that we walking around not looking like what we're going through. So listen, I hope this information helps you today. I like to always tell y'all, this is a resource center for you, okay? For somebody you know that may be going through this, that needs the information. Share it with them. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, don't you leave this video without liking, commenting, and subscribing. So until the next video, y'all be blessed. Love y'all. Mwah.